let's look at who's coming out as I come out of my driveway. Now, am I saying that this man is a gang stalker? No. I'm just showing you who's coming out as I come out of my driveway. Now, why do I do this? I do this because same time exit entry is a gang stalking tactic. In other words, we have our corrupt government gets surrounding neighbors to gang stalk. The purpose of this is social isolation. In other words, this is if you were in Russia or if you were in China, you would receive a beating or you might be killed if the government perceived you as a threat. But here in the United States, they do psychological things. And one of the psychological things is social isolation. And so what they do is they get your neighbors to gang stalk. Now the tactic they're using is same time exit entry. All right, I want you to notice that I just came out of my garage. So this happens to me every time I leave my house. When I leave my house, they either get a gang stalker to pass in back of you, to pass in front of you, or to come in or out of their driveway, or to come in or out of their house. Now, if you look up COINTELPRO in Wikipedia, and you look under psychological warfare, you will see what they did during COINTELPRO. And this went on for 15 years during COINTELPRO. They would get schools and everyone attached with the person that they targeted to make trouble for the person. Now today what they're doing is we have neighborhood watch groups gang stalking. They use red cars, red trucks, they carry red. When I lived on Massachusetts Drive, where this started, my neighbors would come out of their houses in red when I left my house. Then, and there would be red cars that would pass in front of my house when I left my house. Then, through many years, because this has been going on 8 years with me, through many years, I got out the fact that they use red cars, red trucks, they carry red. And so then, my neighbors, and it actually started this way in California when I lived at Rancho San Luis Rey, they would just come out of their houses when I came out of my house, and I've just come out of my house. And they would still be doing the tactic, same time exit entry. In other words, I come out of my house, they come out of their house, or they're going into their house, or they're pulling out of their driveway, or they're pulling into their driveway, or a person passes in front of me, or a person passes in back of my car. That's how they do it. The practice is shunning, and cults do shunning. So you could think of the United States government as a cult. It's doing the same thing that cults does, shunning. Now how is this going on for 8 years in America? The reason it's going on for 8 years in America is because there's no accountability anymore. There's no checks and balances on our 1 million plus intelligence industrial complex. People like Peter King in New York just kept slapping more and more and more and more layers on our intelligence industrial complex, and now it's completely out of control. Nobody can get oversight of it. And who started this program? Well, if you look under the President's Surveillance Program, you'll see that under Bush, there was a massive surveillance program started, most of which is protected by the state secrets doctrine. In other words, they use the state secrets doctrine to hide their misconduct. And probably this was started by Dick Cheney, along with the CIA director under Bush, continued by Obama because he had little experience. He was just a one-term senator, and he pretty much goes along with anything the intelligence industrial complex, this giant bureaucracy, tells him to do. All right, so what can we do about this? If you live in California, on June 3rd, you can vote for Cindy Sheehan. She's not a Democrat. She's not a Republican. She belongs to the Peace and Freedom Party. She'll help you get your freedom back. Other than that, what can we do about this? Expose it. Tell somebody about it.